So I want you to remember the Wong Chun Leung incident. I want you to understand, let me go ahead and make it short and brief. He fought a guy on the rooftop. A lot of the great skills when it comes to people of the Wong Chun Leung lineage. People of the Wong Chun Leung lineage have a great debt to pay to Wong Chun Leung, because Wong Chun Leung was the main guy that was on the rooftop. He was the one really doing these challenge matches. It's not saying that the other lineages were not, but Wong Chun Leung was known for this. This is why he's called the king of the talking hands. He didn't have to talk. His mouth, his words through his hands said everything. So he was king of talking hands. So there was a iron hand fist, Shaolin long fist expert struck him with that move and got low enough to bypass all of this and struck low. Okay? So I'm showing the technique of the form, not really the form. I have to explain that to you later with my introduction of you getting to know me. So right here, if I was to learn from splitting this out, this is the technique. This is that low palm. It's like a Tai-yun jong, but low, right here. You may not see my legs, so I'm gonna step back a little bit. Right here, okay? Wong Chun Leung got struck by that in his lower ribs and almost had his ribs broken. Why? Because the lower ribs are not connected to anything. It's real easy to break them. Especially if you train iron hand, toughen up your hands, guess what happens? Your hands get stronger, so when you can lightly tap a palm towards somebody, it'll hurt them worse. So Wong Chun Leung, around his time period of understanding Wing Chun, only understood Tan jump. This jump stops, drops. This is woo. That's jump. It only goes so low that the lower ribs are open. And struck enough times, you will have serious injuries, internal bleeding, and or death. Wong Chun Leung went to Ip Man and said, look, this technique did not work. Jump style didn't work. This dude hit me lower than that. It didn't work. And he said, how come you didn't use Gaan style? And then Wong Chun Leung said, well, you didn't teach me that yet. In Shun, in the histories of Ip Man, in Shun, that the Gaan style, from Tan style to Gaan style, will absolutely be taught. This will be absolutely correct. The height of a Chinese person, the average height of a Chinese person, Wong Chun Leung being a little bit more than average height, and then somebody like Mo Yacht can tower over you. You know, everybody has different height settings. So what has to happen? What needs to happen? But Ip Man saying, well, do this in the form from now on. Gone south. So then he had to write letters. He had to go on trips and everything and say, hey, from now on in our Ip Man's Wing Chun, in this Wing Chun, Tan style to Gaan style, back up, Tai-yun jong. Wong Chun Leung respected his master enough to do both. I am Mo Yacht lineage, and we do Gaan until we go to Bong Sao. I personally do both out of respect for Ip Man Sifu, really Ip Man Si Gong. Thanks to Wong Chun Leung to have to deal with what he had to deal with in order to answer the call and ask the question, and then for all of us to learn from that. So giving great honor to that. So I do the jump style to sink down an attack to either one punch. This is part of single hand chi style. You have the fook or whatever, someone tries to palm you, you go down, jumps out, come back up, punch. While the one that has Tansao to Jing Jung, they try to make it as straight as they can. It sinks. When they punch, you go up to Bong Sao. Okay? So this ending answers that. So you have that point, but instead of doing a punch, you go back up to Tansao. You heel side and go low palm. You do this for both the jump side and the Gaan side. Once you do this, you do the other side. And then once you get back to left side, then you do Gaan side. Both are striking to lower ribs. Daiwan Jong. The palm was there way before the incident. So right here, boom. Making sure you still have another hand up just in case. Right? Truth of the matter is, if I could get you to the point right here, I may not need that. If for some reason I'm on the inside of the arms when I do Gaan Sao, I could just shoot in and do palm and get it over with. Attack application. Okay? Right here, boom. And even step into it, boom. And hit. Palm. Does that make sense? If I do this, I can just do heel side from here and palm. And I have my strike. So you want to have that in your mindset. You want to get your skill off right. You want to understand what I'm trying to ultimately tell you with that. All right? You're not going to know everything off of this, so don't worry about it. I'm going to teach that later on. I'm sure I got a video or two making sure you understand the jump side line versus the Gaan side line. That understanding, and we're going to make it work for you. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we're going to finish.